So we want to do number 1 on the cumulative review on page 922, which is a good place to study from, actually, which says I should factor p of x is x cubed minus 7x squared plus 7x plus 15 using the provided picture of p of x. Okay, so this is p of x. Oh, and these are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the vertical's labeled 2, but I don't care. The reason why I don't care is I'm really looking for this x-axis business, because the x-axis is when the output is 0, right? Okay. So this point here means that when I plug -1 into my p, I get 0 out, right? This point here means that when I plug 3 into my p, I get 0 out. And this point here means that when I plug 5 in, I get 0 out, right? Okay. That's me thinking that points on this thing look like x comma p of x pairs, right? Yeah. Which is really kind of the fundamental object here.
So it's just x plus 1 times x minus 3 times x plus 7.
You guys all see that? We're undoing the zero product rule. We're saying, okay, if I set that thing equal to 0, right, I know that -1, 3, and 5 are answers to that. So really, I've lied just a little bit here. It's possible that there's some constant multiple out here, right?
Okay.
There's some kind of constant chilling. That's the only reason I care about the y distortion on this thing. But I can get at it another way. The other way I could get at it is I could think, okay, if I multiply this stuff together, what's the leading coefficient going to be?
X.
There's going to be an x cubed, and it's going to have a 1 on it, right? Oh, that thing's got a 1 on it. So I couldn't possibly need that extra factor. You guys see that? If there was a 2 on this thing, like if there was a 2 chilling here, then I would think to myself, okay, if I multiply these 3 together, I get a x cubed, and it needs a 2 on it, so I'd throw that 2 on the outside. Really, in standard form, I'd throw it over here, but cool. So this is factoring graphically. It's also a nice trick that if I knew one of these, like if they hadn't labeled the others, and I knew one, I could know that x, like, if this were the problem I was presented with, like we know about that piece of the picture, right? Then I could say, okay, this thing means that x plus 1 is a factor. So to find out what the rest of the factors are,
Out of the top.
I could try to factor an x plus 1 out of here, which I don't know how to do. But I do know how to long divide x plus 1 into there.
Yeah.
You guys see that? Which really is a kind of factoring. So I could long divide x plus 1 in there, and then whatever's left is a quadratic, which I can cram in the quadratic formula or factor by a different method. AC method, complete the square, or something like that. Cool? All right.
So then we got in there.